Hey, Kyle Leon back here with my training partner and fellow Blue Star sponsored athlete, Aaron Giberson. And today we wanted to take a few minutes and do a short video for you that identifies a few very common training mistakes that are easily correctable, that are holding a lot of guys back from getting the gains they deserve in three specific muscle groups. Those being triceps, back, and shoulders. And we want to start off with the tricep exercise. It's a very common exercise, and identify the mistakes that are being made and how to correct them.
So Kyle's going to demonstrate while I talk about the most common mistakes with the tricep pushdown. First most common mistake is guys not doing full extension. So that's not necessarily just moving that rope all the way down. It's extending, almost trying to push right through the floor. By doing so, you're going to activate all three heads of the tricep and get more of the exercise. The second most common mistake is guys not going up high enough. You know, they stop at this infamous 90 degrees thing. Basically, all that's doing is really dramatically shorten the range of motion. So by going up all the way, you're going to get a greater range of motion and get a lot more out of your workout. The third most common mistake is guys using their body to actually move the weights and use the body as momentum. By doing so, your body is using momentum to have your triceps. So basically, whatever position you're going, so like Kyle has a slightly lean forward, or if you want it more standing straight up, whatever you start in, finish it. So we're on to the lat pull down. So one of the most common mistakes that we see all the time with any kind of pull down is guys leaning back as they pull the bar down. Basically, all this is doing is shifting the load away from the lats and placing on other muscle groups that we're not targeting. Plus, I mean, obviously you lift a lot of weight, but the whole goal for this exercise is to keep that load on the lats the entire time. So you want to maintain a straight back. One great tip for doing this is as you're pulling the bar down is to try and lean into it a bit. Basically, you won't end up leaning into it, but you'll keep your back completely straight. Another most common mistake with this is a short range of motion. As you can see, as Kyle's bringing the bar all the way up, his shoulders are going up, getting a full stretch in the lats and thus getting a greater range of motion. And also, as he's lowering it, his shoulders are driving down, completing the flex. Basically getting a greater range of motion and more out of this exercise. So we're on to the third and final exercise where we see mistakes all the time. So with either the barbell shoulder press or dumbbells, we see a lot of guys making this mistake. And I want to make one thing clear. Kyle's going to demonstrate the wrong way, the mistake that we see all the time. And that mistake is guys only bringing the bar down to chin level. Obviously this started and is perpetuated because guys can lift more weight. But just because you're lifting more weight doesn't mean you get bigger shoulders, because you're drastically reducing your range of motion. So now Kyle's going to demonstrate the proper way. And the proper way is actually lowering that bar all the way down to the collarbone. This is creating a greater range of motion, getting a lot more out of the exercise, stimulating more muscle fiber, and building bigger shoulders.
Alrighty, well, we hope you find those tips useful and helpful, and you keep them in mind the next time you find yourself, doing any one of those three exercises, because correcting any one of those mistakes might be able to help you make strides in a particular area where you've been stagnant for a while. Cool, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.